Hello and welcome to Healthy and Wealthy with Sarah. I'm Sarah, known as Coached by SB on Instagram, and this podcast is going to be about fitness, finance, nutrition, and mindset for ambitious women who want to feel strong in their body and in their bank balance. So, what am I going to talk about? So, today is just an introductory episode to let you know what my ethos is and what everything is about. I plan on making every episode relate to specific problems that I know that people struggle with because they tell me, relating to fat loss, relating to diet, relating to health, relating to their finances, and give you one practical takeaway each time. So without any bullshit. So who am I and why do you care what I say? So I live in London with my husband and my little toddler. I am currently full-time employed, but I also do online coaching as a passion project at the minute that might change. And I juggle work, motherhood, training. I have skin in the game, as it were, around investments. I understand finances. My background is I'm a chartered accountant, so very strong with numbers and things like that, actually through general interest, because being an accountant doesn't necessarily mean that you understand investing and things like that, to be quite transparent. So I do understand people's struggles with juggling it all because I am juggling a lot as well myself right now. And I would like to share what I've learned and what's helped me and what I've helped other people with in investing and things like that. I really just want women to succeed, to be honest. It's so nice to go to sleep at night and know that everything's taken care of from a health perspective. And I, time and time again, see women put themselves last in terms of self-care, understanding finances, and taking control of things like that. And I think I can help with that. They're two very physical things. So health is very physical. It's your health, like it's a physical manifestation of your daily habits, effectively. Wealth is the same thing. It's your financial habits manifested in a bank balance at the end. And you might be listening to this thinking you have to make a lot of money to invest, or I don't know, similar to things like that. You don't. You can build a brilliant money mindset and be healthy with nothing. You really can. It's all in your mindset. In fact, all the more reason, if you are struggling with money, all the more reason to invest, because it's literally letting your money work for you. So that's what I do. Why a podcast? Because Instagram is very clickbaity and you end up making reels that are trying to be provocative, to provoke a response, to get it out wider, to get the message across. But actually, some of this is quite simple but not easy, and potentially boring in execution. Potentially. So you don't get the full picture on Instagram. So that is why I've picked a podcast. I actually listen to podcasts. I get a lot of value out of them. You can do it. You don't have to look at the screen. You can do it on your commute. You can do it on your walk. You can do it when you're making dinner. You can do it whenever. I find it a really useful way of picking up practical tips and tricks off different people. And I find it interesting listening to other people's lives sometimes. And I might divulge certain things if anybody's interested, such as my own investing journey. I think I'll probably do an episode on that because I think people might find that interested in it. And I also am a big believer in women sharing more around what they make potentially and how they invest and things like that. And I think if anyone's listening and they know me, they know I'm not special. So it makes it more accessible. If you see someone that you know that can do it, then you know that you can do it because you know that they're not special. And I just want to make a difference. So I'm really passionate about two things: nutrition and training. Strength training is transformative. My first foray into it was, I always used to go to the gym, but I used to be a complete cardio bunny. So I'd go up and I'd go on a cross trainer and that would kind of be it. My husband wasn't not my husband at this point, wasn't even my boyfriend. He used to come in the gym at uni and be like, oh, spaghetti arms, you need to be doing this. And then whack the weights up. And he had a background in that kind of thing. I think he'd previously done PT and things like that. So he kind of introduced me to the weight room. And I've never looked back. That must have been when I was about 21, I want to say. I'm now 37. So he really did introduce me to weightlifting and he was really encouraging. He always gave me loads of confidence because I do understand you go to the weight room and it's not so much now, but it used to be dominated with men and you just think, I don't even know what I'm doing. And I don't want to look at it doing something completely wrong and people are looking at me. But actually, when you go in the gym, you realise most people are probably just thinking about themselves, just the same way you are. So I do understand all of that. In terms of the money side of things, I was a bit of a weird child. I think my mum said I used to read the financial newspaper from about the age of 5. Money doesn't make the world spin, sorry. It's so intrinsic in our lives. I don't think you can you understand a lot through tracing back where money comes from. Like if you looked at a lot of the wars, particularly in modern times, and you looked at oil pipelines, for example, which is all around money and things like that, I find that really, really interesting. And technological growth and things like that. It just interests me. I can't really put it in any other way. And I've always just understood and been fascinated with money and fitness. So, and they're so physical, but they do manifest in every facet of your life. Yeah. They help you sleep better. They lower stress, help you live longer to enjoy your money, all of that. So hopefully each episode, I'm going to keep this one really brief because it's just an intro really. Each episode, you're going to get one key lesson, a conversation, something that you can take away and practically apply in your life, covering all those things that I said, and hopefully it makes a difference. And if any of it ever strikes you as something that is of interest to you, you want help with implementing it, then you can get in touch with me. Please follow the podcast, that'd be great. Connect with me on Instagram, coached by SB_, and share this with a friend potentially if you think. I've got another couple of episodes coming, so I think I might do one on balance. I've got stuff I want to talk about on mindset, which is a big part of getting to where you want to be and your goals. Why rules are keeping you stuck. Talking about practical things in like what people need to eat. Where do you even start with money? You know, what's the best stocks and shares ISA? I won't necessarily tell you where to put your money because that's very personal. Same as diet, really. They're very personal. It's like, what are your preferences? And there's a lot of noise around both of them. And if you get too caught up, and I've been there myself actually, if you get too caught up in the noise, you can't see the wood for the trees. And sometimes you just need someone else to tell you, like, this is the path you need to follow. It's really simple. It's just not easy always to implement. That's the difficulty. But you can make things easier. So that's what I want to help you with. And I'm going to put it all out for free because helping people's nice and I don't do enough of it. And then if you want extra help, then I'm also available for coaching. And I've probably done enough, so that's nearly 10 minutes. That's too long. It's too long for me to talk about myself anyway. Next time, tune in and I will give you an episode that is more than just explaining where I'm coming from and my why. Thank you.